Welcome to the Nerds Who Swing podcast.
Welcome to the Nerds Who Swing podcast. My name is Miller.
Margot.
You can find us everywhere where you would find a normal podcast.
Search Nerds Who Swing on Facebook.
You can find us on Twitter. You can find us on Instagram. You can find us on Pinterest. You can find us on SoundCloud. You can find us on YouTube.
We are so many places.
We're even on iTunes. That's probably where you found this one. And then the most important one is you can find us on Patreon.com, where if you want to just give us $1 or $2 to help just pay for hosting our website and our podcast.
Oh, that would be so nice of people.
I know,
Can you
right?
imagine if they did that?
There might even be bonuses eventually.
Bonuses?
Yeah.
Sexy bonuses?
No, lame bonuses.
Oh,
you
good.
could do our taxes.
Lame bonuses. Bonuses including.
That's right. And then you can also, we have a contest with every episode where if you want to be in our logo.
Yeah. Did you see our logo? Can you see it? Pull it up. Do you see our super sexy logo?
That's right.
Is it me right now?
It is right now.
It's me right now. That's me, folks. But maybe that could be you.
That's right.
Which would be super hot.
Send us your picture.
Send us a picture.
Any one of these.
No faces?
No faces.
No faces. Not that your face isn't sexy, but, other sexy business.
Also, no penises unless there's also a vagina there.
Because who wants a penis?
Yeah. Just saying. Yeah, that's 50% of the vote. I'm not voting for that. Yeah.
Anyway, send us in your pictures if you want to.
You could be the background of the Nerds Who Swing logo.
Can you imagine your body, your sexy butt as the background of our logo?
Damn, Margot.
So hot.
Yeah. Anyway.
Okay, we're Nerds Who Swing.
That's right. Margot, Miller, enjoy the episode.
Vacation, y'all.
We did.
Or we treated it like a vacation.
That's right.
Because it was.
Yeah, it was like a couple's vacation.
Away from the kids, that's a vacation.
It was, definitely. So we went to our
Was it tropical?
first...
but it was still a vacation.
No. We went to our first hotel takeover that was a 2-day event.
Yep.
Where we went to both days.
Yes.
And
highly recommend.
It was out of the city that we lived in, so we drove on the way there.
Yep.
So
check out your area for
right.
lifestyle groups that might host hotel takeover events, because I guarantee you they're around. You might have to drive a few hours.
Exactly.
But super worth it. Use it as a weekend getaway.
Yeah, we used it as a
really
little couple vacation.
Yep.
And
it was really fun.
It was awesome. So we did. We treated it 100% like a vacation.
Yeah. We went to dinner.
Yeah,
we did stuff separate from
the
swinger stuff too.
Right. So we had a fun road trip on the way there.
Yep.
Where we listened to music, chatted. We stopped and got donuts on the way.
Yes, because there's this awesome donut place on the way.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Exactly.
We could have just got that far, got a donut, turn around, come home, totally worth it. That's a good use of your day.
Exactly.
Yeah. Apple pie.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys, they have an apple pie donut there. It was very good.
So we drove there. We got to the hotel. Mm-hmm. This was the first time we went to an event put on by this company.
Yes.
We hadn't been to any of them before, so we didn't know exactly what to expect.
They had little gift bags and name tags. It was super sweet.
We got gift bag, name tags.
Cool.
It was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
On the way there, we've kind of talked about this a little bit before, but we packed crazy amount of stuff.
Oh my gosh.
We stopped and bought some fruit and vegetables to have in the hotel room for us.
I highly recommend that.
We got some food. We brought our drinks. We brought everything we would need for 2 days of living in a hotel.
Some places, or some parties rather, are catered to a certain extent. Some have dinner included, some don't. Breakfast, whatever. Mm-hmm. So just check that out. But I would say bring water, healthy snacks, and not meal stuff, just little snacky things.
No, yeah,
we
exactly.
brought Pringles, because Pringles are awesome.
They're fucking awesome. Those
and just that snacky kind of stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Because ours had some. They actually, I would say, they took really good care of us.
Yeah, this one was
it was
above
awesome.
and beyond awesome. I was surprised multiple times about either there being food or snacks or events.
It was really cool.
Above and beyond what we had experienced before.
So we checked in like late afternoonish, got all situated.
We did get situated.
Not unpacked kind of, but like sort of.
Yeah.
Had showers, changed, whatever.
Yeah, finished grooming, anything we had to do.
Yes. Smooth.
Yeah, dolphin smooth, as we like to say.
Tip to tail. That's how I like to be.
And then, so it was a 2-day thing.
Right.
So let's talk about day 1.
Okay,
So we drove there, we got there, we checked in.
We had a few friends that were going to be there.
We did. One of the couples we'd played with before was going to be there.
Yeah, so we went to their room, had a drink.
Yeah,
like
which was
right
cool.
after we got all settled. That's
pretty soon after we were there, which was nice. It was nice.
It was cool
to go to an event where we knew people before we got there.
Yeah, it was weirdly familiar and yet odd at the same time, I guess, because it was our first sort of event of this. Well, we've done a hotel party before. We talked about that. Yeah. But it was a one-night thing. It was rather anonymous, that first one. Like, we didn't know anybody. We left
pretty early,
still not really knowing anybody. I mean, we had some play experiences, but we didn't really, like, make friends, so to speak.
No,
much
really.
more anonymous. And this one, it was like Miller, Margot. Like, we went for drinks with people. We went for lunch with people. We went. It was different. It was great. It was just a little bit different of an experience. I guess. Yeah. So we had drinks with them.
Yeah, we went to their room.
Tinkerbell couple. In case for those of you paying attention.
We didn't actually end up playing with them, like, really.
A little.
But it was still, like...
some light play.
Yeah, some light play.
On night 2. Stay tuned.
Spoilers. We did end up, like... It was just nice feeling comfortable knowing somebody there.
Yeah, it was just like, come in, big hugs, drink. Like, it was just sweet. Like, how's this going? What are you up to for this? And it was just, it was cool to have like almost like a vanilla friend there. But very not a vanilla friend because we've slept
with a vanilla friend you've slept with,
But kind of, like, it wasn't like, it was just nice.
It was nice.
We chatted with them.
We did.
And then we had to go because...
Right, so the event this event has a little quick, like, not a seminar, but like a little quick, like, orientation meeting
for newbies.
For any newbies. And so
genius idea.
We hadn't been to any of their events before, so we went to that. And it was pretty cool. They walked people through kind of their rules for the event.
Mm-hmm. Which wasn't much, really.
No.
But a really good reminder.
They talked about, kind of basic hotel rules and like rules about consent and things like that.
For sure.
And that was
sort
all
of what
cool.
areas are clothing optional and when they're open and not. And, the fact that, like, yes, this one in particular was a hotel takeover, but there were areas of the hotel that are open to the public. So guess
it
what?
wasn't
Don't
a complete hotel
naked.
takeover.
Like,
it was mostly a complete, but not a whole thing.
And you just kind of got to meet people a little bit that were, like, at your table. We played a couple getting to know you sort of games.
That's right. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. That was cool.
Yeah.
Because you found a couple that lived in, like, the same town as us.
They live, like 4 minutes from where we are sitting right now.
Yeah, like, we had driven for,
that was so weird.
3 or 4 hours or whatever to get there, and then we found a couple that lives, like, 4 minutes from us.
Like, what school do your kids go to? Because that's crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah.
So that was fun, and they just kind of... they would answer any questions that you had. Yeah. And we happen to know the organizers.
Right.
But I would imagine for the people who do not, it would have been possibly the first time that you would have met them.
Right.
And that would have been a really nice experience, probably. Like, it just might have set you at ease a little bit. Like, oh, these guys are super nice, and I can ask them anything if I'm weirded
super
out.
approachable.
If I'm here completely alone, like just you guys as a couple alone, kind of, and stuff.
Exactly.
So it was good. And then we kind of reconnected with them.
Yeah, which was nice.
Like, hey, haven't seen you guys in a long time, so we got to chat with them for a bit. And big hugs and stuff, which is always nice. Everybody's so friendly. Cool. It's awesome.
Yeah. And then, so after that, I think we went back to the room.
And is that when we kind of got ready?
Ready for kind of the night.
So that night was there was games.
Mm-hmm.
What was was there a name?
I think they just called it Icebreaker Games.
Icebreaker Games.
But it was kind of like a social, kind of like a meet and greet kind of
Right. So there was like
thing.
A bar, and there was...
Yeah.
Snacks, I think. And it was sort of like not a formal event, but like we got a little bit dressed up.
We did. Like, you wore a dress.
I did.
I
got several compliments on that dress.
Oh, you look sexy.
Boobs were out.
And I was like,
big time.
Damn, Mario.
Yeah. And I was it's just so typical of an evening where I was like very cautious of how everything was sort of like taped and put together.
Yeah.
And by the end of the night, I'm hiking it up so I can win at these games and jump high-fiving people and like a sweaty mess, but like had a ball. So it's just very funny because your outfit is the most important thing before you leave your room. And then, you know, an hour in, you're kind of like, this freaking dress is getting in the way of me playing this weird ball between my knees game. Yeah.
So we ended up, they broke everybody into teams. They just, I think there was a key actually, wasn't there? With a number on it or something?
Oh, it was like a key party. That's right. I forgot about that.
I forgot about that till
so
just now.
Find all the people with your...
The same number?
Letter?
Or key? Letter. I think it was a letter.
Anyway.
And you
randomly got your team, but you were still within your couple. So like you and I didn't get split up.
No, we were still together.
We were with 3 other couples.
Yeah.
And honestly, some of the nicest, most fun people I have literally ever met.
No, I agree. So,
like, and I'm not just saying that.
So like the couples we were with were pretty awesome.
Fantastic.
Like, our team was in it to win it, but also in it to have a really good time.
We took it pretty seriously, but we also had breaks to sing songs and do shots and hang out in people's rooms.
Yeah,
like, they
exactly.
were a blast. And one of the couples...
Yeah. So...
Sorry, go ahead.
We'll remember when we're going to give couples silly names.
Just as a way to refer to them
movie names or whatever. It has no reflection on what we actually like think of them or whatever.
Yeah, there's probably there might be a reference to them for some reason, but there might not be.
We'll call this couple the Adam Sandler couple.
And they will probably know why, but we'll just leave it for them to know. Yeah. We love them to death. They're so
awesome.
Fun.
Exactly.
We were on their team. There was much high-fiving.
Yeah, it was
singing.
Adam Sandler's Bitches, I believe would be the team name.
Would be the team name, yes,
conversion.
But not Adam Sandler. Yes, exactly. They were great.
Yes.
I don't know if they found this podcast, but if they do, I hope that they know that we think that they are fantastic.
Exactly. And we will be on your team at any point.
We had such a blast.
Yeah.
And they actually don't live far from
no,
either,
that's true. Yeah.
Which is awesome.
We actually know people we know.
Yes. That was a fun surprise.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was like silly, sort of minute to win it style.
Yeah, exactly. So
games.
You had to, as your team, move around from like station to station playing these minute to win it games.
Mm-hmm. And you recorded your score, and then at the end they like got the best whatever.
Right.
It was
and some of them were
fun.
Pretty cool. Some were a little more vanilla games where you just had to like stack things on top of each other.
Or can we take a moment and recognize my flip cup skills?
Yes, there was a flip cup challenge.
Some of us, got it on their first try. I carried the team in that event.
Okay.
I did.
Anyways. And then some of them were a lot more like, not swinger related, but like silly, flirty, more like...
the orange in the
orange.
Neck
we had to
thing?
hold an orange like between our chins and like our chest and pass it from one to the other.
Yeah.
So like it required, touching other people a lot more.
Right.
Our team for some reason picked the biggest orange possible. So it didn't work great for that challenge.
Yeah.
But we should have picked the smallest possible orange.
And you had to go, was it back to back with a ball and then move it over to a
that's right.
thing? Because you and I did really good at that.
Yeah, we aced that.
We did. It's because we do a lot of squats.
We do.
So we got real low, and then we made
good,
sure.
Margot.
Yeah. We got to make sure everything's in tip-top shape.
That's right.
But I think even like the games were really fun. Yeah. Absolutely, they were a good icebreaker.
They were very good.
But everybody's so friendly, and it's almost like there's this built-in trust and. I don't know, just understanding between you that you're already in this community. So, like, we happened to be near our room at one point waiting in line to play one of these games. And one of the ladies, I'll refer to her as the lady with the great hair because that's what I told her when I met her. I can't remember. She said something about herself that was sort of self-deprecating, and I was like, but you have fantastic hair. Like, it was something like, I can't remember, something went wrong with maybe her dress. I can't remember how it happened. And I'm not lying. She had fantastic hair. She was she was very nice looking lady.
Yep.
And she was like, oh, I have to pee. And we were like, our room is right here.
Yeah.
So we let a
stranger
just go into, we didn't go with her.
No,
we just gave her a key.
I think you walked, oh yeah, that's right. You walked into our room, didn't you? Then you handed her the key.
I think so. I don't
And
even
you were
know
like,
if I opened the door. I was like, see you later.
And then we joked the rest of the night that she robbed us blind.
Right, exactly. And she went in. She went pee because she's a normal human being.
Yeah.
And she came back out. But that was sort of the joke was like, in what other situation, like even if you were with your like work mates or whatever, at what point would you be like, here's a key to my hotel room?
Yeah, exactly.
Please don't steal my vibrator.
Yeah.
Or my booze or my whatever. You just do that in that environment. Anyways, it was funny.
It was pretty awesome.
Oh, at one point, one of the guys, remember the guy was with us, but she wasn't, his wife wasn't, because she was still getting ready. Yeah. So we just like busted into their hotel, right in her bathroom. She's straightening her hair, and we're like, hello, like idiots, like, you know. But that's kind of what you do is just this, I don't know, it's just this fun atmosphere of like everybody's just on the same page right from the get-go. So there is no, I mean, I guess there is icebreakers, but kind of, in a way. Yeah.
And it was
super good.
We got along with our team really well. Yeah. And we ended up.
So this is the thing. Yeah. Participate in those events.
100%.
They seem silly. They seem almost dumb. And you know what? If you play 2 games and then you end up just going to fool around in somebody's room, go for it. Yeah. Or if you play all of them hardcore, like, oh, I don't know, maybe we did, and then that's fine too. Wherever the night takes you. But don't be afraid to look silly, because everybody is doing these silly activities, and they really honestly do help. Everybody that was on our team for the whole rest of the weekend, every time we walked by, we had this group of people
that we could just say hi to
right away. It was so worth it. So sign up for those silly, weird things. If you're at like a lifestyle resort and you're like, I don't know, like
should we go play
team
volleyball,
like ping pong or whatever? Fucking do it. It's so worth it. You'll probably will look like a fool, but so will everybody else. So just go for it.
Exactly. Like, I don't know how to say this, but like, when I go to like corporate events,
fucking hates all of them.
Hate most of that shit.
Yeah, he does.
I can't stand team building events.
Not a team player.
I can't stand motivational speaking, like things like that. I get 100% that some people are into that and it works for some people. It does not work for me, except when we're at lifestyle events.
Then all of a sudden you're like, that's our team name.
This works. Like, yeah, go team Adam Sandler's bitches. Like, I don't know why it works then, but other points in my life, I hate that. Mm-hmm. But at these events, when you're drinking and you're having fun and you're meeting people that like similar situations as you, it's like, I don't know what it is, but it's a lot easier.
Take the risk.
It's like you're comfortable with them. It's like I'm not comfortable with the people at work to do those kind of silly things.
There's consequences with work.
Yeah.
If you make a joke that's over the line, and then people are like uncomfortable, or you have to see these people later on, it's just different. You're on like sort of best behavior. Yeah. And this, I'm not saying that you're being like a drunken idiot or anything like that, because drinking is not even
you don't have to drink at all at any of these events
if you don't want it to be exactly. But it's just it's fun in a sort of, I don't know, consequence-free, if that makes sense, environment. Anyway, we had fun. We played the games. We took the risk of looking stupid and whatever. And it was super worth it. We had a blast.
And it was awesome. Our team did great, actually.
We did really good.
We ended up...
We made it to the finals.
We were in the finals out of all... I don't know how many teams there were. Quite
lot.
A few. Like, would you say like 30 teams?
Maybe.
20-something
teams? I have no idea.
I don't know either.
I think we were second.
But yeah, we made it to the end. We had to do a finals event against another team because we were the only 2 people from our team that was there to start with.
Yeah, freaking
and then all
Adam
of a sudden,
Sandler and wife
and everybody else disappeared right at the finale, and we had to almost start the event without anybody else.
Yeah.
But then they came and we almost won.
We almost did.
And then we got second.
Yeah, but it was so fun.
It was really fun.
And then so that would have been when the activities ended and the play floor opened. So at this particular one, everybody has rooms on whatever floor, and then one floor is designated as the play floor. Yeah. So probably people will have rooms on that floor, just their regular hotel rooms they're sleeping in and whatnot. But then there'll be however many actual play rooms. Those doors tend to be open. Sometimes there's a sign over top. Maybe that'll be like, this is the...
Right, like some kind of something designating
room, or this is the something room. Sometimes they're just open rooms where you can play. And they're, this one, and from what I've heard, most of them, although not the other one we were at. So anyways.
Yeah, the other one only
condoms, lube, like water bottles, snacks, are in every room as well as down the hallway. So you have I would still pack all those things because
I would too.
it's just
Don't
better
assume
safe
the
than
event is
sorry.
going to have them,
But
our event had
this
lots
event
of that
was
stuff.
fantastic and super well run, so they had all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But who knows? Maybe they have a condom brand you don't happen to like or something. It's just easier to pack a few of all of the things that you know that you like or whatever. And so then they're just open and you're good to play or not play if you want to.
Yeah.
So what did we do at this point? We went to change.
We went and changed
from our sort of nicer outfits to. Did we put on swimsuits?
I think we might have walked the play floor first to see what was going on.
And there was nothing going on.
And there wasn't really very much. They had multiple hotel rooms that were playrooms. But none of them really had anything going on in them. So,
I think it may have just been kind of early. And I think a lot of people had those sort of there's still tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Right? It's those first night, whether it's jitters
Right.
or just we got time.
Yeah.
So the hot tub was sort of the more happening place to be.
Yeah.
I think on that night. Well, both nights, but on that night.
But that night we went back to our hotel
of
room. We
people.
got some swimsuits on and went to the hot tub. Yeah. Which was 100% for people at the event.
That's right.
You couldn't
so you
get
could
to
be
the hotel,
naked, you could be topless, you
yeah.
could be in a swimsuit, whatever your comfort.
And they had even
was.
There was glass railing around the hot tubs. They had blacked it out.
I forgot that.
I don't know if it was
cloth or whatever.
Cloths or tarps or whatever over top, so that
that'd have been a lot of work.
people from the outside couldn't see in.
Yeah,
which was great. So we
really
went.
Smart.
There was 2 hot tubs up there. They were pretty big,
pretty
packed, and everybody was topless and bottomless.
Mostly,
and it was very
but mostly talking going
nudist,
on,
but
around.
nobody. It was just comfortable.
Some kissing or flirting, but it was
a
mostly
bit,
just talking.
Yeah.
At different points, there was maybe shots being poured into people's mouths, or there was vape pens being passed. Some of that. But it's very partake or don't.
Yeah.
It tends to be a very non-judgmental kind of atmosphere. So if you are not a drinker,
that's okay.
Still totally a good place for you to be. If you're a smoker or a non-smoker, whether that's whatever you happen to be smoking, you'll find people that are in your zone.
Totally.
You know what I mean? And no one's going to judge this isn't high school. This is not peer pressure at all.
No, not at all.
So I think it was pretty fun.
It was fun. Everybody was having a good time.
Yeah.
So before lots of people got there, though, there was an older couple that was in there, and they had been in there for quite a while. And
I forgot this.
The guy got out of the hot tub and almost passed out because it was too hot for him.
I think because of the heat, but there was some worry that there was something else going on there.
But he almost passed
issue,
out when he sat down in a chair, and the wife was like, "Could somebody go get security or whatever?"
And
that's when one guy from in the hot tub was
naked guy.
He got out of the hot tub.
Yeah, he ran to wherever.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know where he went.
Just disappeared.
Yeah.
We started calling him Superman.
Yeah,
he came back with security.
Yeah,
and they walked him out. We saw them later, and they were fine. So that's great. It must have just been the heat.
Yeah.
The heat. I don't know if he had some drinks, but
the hot tub was pretty warm. Who doesn't know?
It was a very hot tub. You had a couple. If you have had a couple drinks, it's now the middle of the night.
Yeah.
It's pretty easy to get woozy or lightheaded.
Totally.
So it was just one of those kind of situations. Yeah. But then that made everybody in the hot tub we were calling that guy Superman, and his wife was there, and they were really cute. They were
nice,
from that city where we
Yeah.
were. And I wouldn't mind kind of reconnecting with them because they seemed really
very nice,
really nice and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so we were chatting with them a bit and flirting with them a bit and stuff. And yes, much Superman talk, which was cute.
Yeah.
There was a couple other couples there that we knew, so it was more social than it was sexy. Although everybody was topless, which was cool.
I don't know if because it was a 2-day event, because we haven't been to that many of them yet. If is night one always like that, where people aren't necessarily playing, but they're making connections for the second night? Or
there wasn't really a sense of urgency. There was a lot of it just felt like we're just hanging out.
Yeah.
And that's fine, but so basically you're getting to the fact that we didn't play with anybody on the first night.
No, but we did see a lot of couples that we ended up playing with. A few that we ended up playing with.
Yeah.
Later in the weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we also stayed in the hot tub a little too long.
We did.
Because we got sleepy.
We did. And you know what? That might have been a mistake on our part. Because we were there a little bit early at the hot tub. And then as people came, we didn't want to leave.
Yeah. And we were having fun. Talking with friends.
It was great.
And stuff.
And then, I can't remember what time it was. It was like midnight or something. They put out like a midnight snack for everybody.
Right. So you went down with some friends of ours.
Right. I went out with some friends.
And got some snacks.
And I
stayed in the hot tub.
I should point out.
So the snacks were from a fast food place.
The snacks were from a fast food place.
Like
which
burgers
was
and
awesome.
stuff.
Fries, burgers. It was exactly what I felt like.
Have you ever been naked in a hot tub while eating a burger from a fast food place?
It was
like a pretty good night.
Awesome. So I left you in the hot tub.
Yeah.
And I went to go get snacks.
Yep.
Which, now that I think about it, do you think that's the first time that we've, like, split up at a hotel or any event? Like, where I left you, other than just going to the bathroom.
Other than going to the bathroom?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Where... Is that the first time where...
I think so. I had a moment of, like, I am naked. Well, half naked.
Yeah, you were topless in a hotel. I had to get out of the hot tub 100% naked to go get us snacks.
Yeah, you were naked.
And, like, I went to go dry off, and the lady from the couple... I remember joking that, like, do you want to help me dry off? And she was like,
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
maybe.
Like, but, like, we were separated at that point in the night.
That's true.
And that might be the first time where we were, like, not 100% at each other's side, but I felt comfortable at the event that we were at, knowing that, like, you know, there were people in the hot tub with you that, like, I trusted with you.
Right.
And I trusted you in the hot tub with them.
Well, that's good.
And, like, I assume you trusted me going to get snacks.
Oh, yeah. At no point did I think,
the people that I was with.
Yeah, I wonder how many people he'll have sex with on his way to get burgers.
Yeah.
No, I didn't even cross my mind.
Yeah.
Interesting. So, okay, so you brought snacks back. We had snacks.
We did. We ate snacks in the hot tub, which was great.
And did we... Once we kind of were like, all right, we should get out of the hot tub, did we scope out the play floor again?
I think we walked through it one more time, and it was relatively quiet.
It was pretty quiet.
Few people dancing, but nothing happening in any of the playrooms. As far as we could tell, there was really not much happening on the floor. So we went back to our room.
Mm-hmm. That sounds right.
Yeah. And I remember at that time feeling not disappointed, but like...
A little let down that more hadn't happened?
Yeah. And we chalked it up a little bit to we stayed in the hot tub too long. Which we probably did because it made us very tired.
Yeah. Stupid hot tub.
Yeah. But yeah, I would say that like day one was pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And...
super fun. The only letdown would maybe be that there wasn't really any play experiences, and that's fine. Mm-hmm. But sometimes there's like undue pressure on some of these nights that I think is unfair on both of us and on the night itself, just because we don't get out as often as we might like to. Mm-hmm. So sometimes it's like every night must be perfect, which is not fair.
Which we've kind of talked about with like dates that we've gone on and stuff. That like even this, it's like this was the first hotel event that we've been to that was 2 days. We'd never been to the first day of a hotel event before.
So like, how much do you pace yourself? How much do you... I don't want to be hungover the next day. I don't want to be, you know... So it was definitely not a disappointment. I had a blast with you. I had a blast with our team. We had fun with the games. It just wasn't maybe... It wasn't as fulfilling in terms of like playtime.
Yeah.
But more than fulfilling in terms of like social and just fun and time with you, and it was awesome.
Yeah, I
like
agree.
I had a total blast.
Yeah, I agree.
Cool.
So day one was a success.
I forgot to mention that you went for dental surgery today, and your tongue is numb
day
suddenly. I would give it like, I don't know, 8 out of 10.
Yeah, and
or something.
This is at this point in our journey, we've still only gone to this hotel party this is the only hotel party we've gone to that's been a 2-day event so far. Mm-hmm. So we don't have anything to compare it to next. So I don't know if this is standard, or I don't know if this was an anomaly. But, like, I mean, when we get to that point where we have another 2-day event, we'll definitely, like, do another episode.
Yeah.
But at this point, from what I can tell, day one is, like, getting to know people. Feeling comfortable with people.
It seems like...
And if you don't get to play with somebody on the first day, that's okay.
And also, we certainly could have, right? There was people there we knew. There was all that kind of stuff. I think it's just that self-conscious thing of how far do you push it?
Yeah.
And there's always that thing of like, well, there's tomorrow, so maybe we should just, it's silly. What we should have done is like texted our friends and been like, hey, this is our room number. See you there in 10.
Come on over.
Like, that's what we should have said.
Yeah, you're right.
But,
don't be afraid to lean on like people you already know at the events.
Yeah, and that's a good point. And get the numbers or kick names or whatever, Facebook profiles, however you keep in touch in your swinger life. Yeah. Get their info.
Yeah.
Just be real upfront with it, because there are people, I thought we were going to do really well at that, and there are people now where I'm like, I wonder what their names are, or wonder like how we could ever connect with them.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so just ask.
Yeah, totally.
And they said that in newbie orientation. I was like, totally, we got that. And then we didn't.
No.
Not as much as they advised us to.
Yeah, I agree.
So just ask.
Ask. Day one. Don't be afraid.
It's just contact information.
Yeah.
You're not signing any kind of contract that you're like, oh, I have to sleep with this person.
Exactly.
Like, just get their information. Maybe you guys go for a drink. Maybe you don't. Whatever. Yeah.
I agree. Okay, so that's day one. So would you say day one was good?
I gave it an 8 out of 10.
Oh, you did? I wasn't paying attention. I don't fucking know.
What rating system do you want? You want a thumbs up?
I deal with the Siskel Ebert rating system. Thumbs up and thumbs down. I don't know what an 8 means.
You went Siskel Ebert. You went pre-Ebert and Roper.
Yeah. Who the fuck is not my... Hashtag not my Robert.
That's hardcore. Okay.
That's right.
I'll give it 2 thumbs up for sure.
Okay, good.
For sure. It could have got 2 thumbs up with an extra third, thumb
penis up.
A penis up, if you will.
Yeah.
Had extra things happen, but there's no way I could be disappointed in that night, because it was too much fun. Good. We met too many good people. Yeah. We had too much of a good time.
It was a blast.
It was just...
Our team was awesome. Like, the event was awesome. The whole time was awesome.
At this point, if I were to complain about it, it would just be picky.
It would be us having too high of expectations, maybe, for the night, that we would find a couple to play with.
Maybe, or being too shy to be like, hey, you, come here.
Yeah.
We're in the hot tub. We're going to make out.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? There was people there that we totally could have done that with, and I think we were either just biding our time or getting sleepy or something like that. So I think we could have taken the initiative more.
Yeah. And
that's not the event's fault.
No. I think we correct that in the second night.
Do we?
Yes.
Why are you pointing at me?
Because come back next time, because we're going to correct some of the mistakes we made in this episode.
Yeah. Penises are going to be up.
That's right.
Way up.
Things are about to get motherfucking dirty, yo.
You think?
Yeah. I don't know. I haven't heard yet. We'll see.
You haven't heard yet? Like, you weren't there. I'm going to tell you all the stuff that I did.
Exactly.
Like, really?
Like, what?
I was in our bed watching Entourage, the movie, which was for some reason on repeat on whatever freaking channel.
That's right, it was. I thought you were joking, but like...
We don't have cable.
Yeah.
Like, in our normal lives at home, we don't have cable.
Yeah.
So one of the things, we just decide, whatever. Yeah. Well, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
It's totally a deviation from the actual podcast.
Exactly. But
we don't pay for cable anymore.
No.
So when we go on vacation or we're at a hotel, we're always like, or me anyways, I'm like, well, it's on
GTV, like, GTV.
Food Network, holy shit, right?
Yeah.
And they were playing on some movie channel.
Yeah.
They played Entourage the movie, I'm going to estimate, without exaggerating, 17 times while we were there.
I think we saw it a lot, but like out of order. So it's kind of like Westworld, where you see snippets of it, but
completely out of order.
And you're like, well, let me put this complex narrative that is Entourage in its proper order.
Yeah. He's getting everybody pregnant.
Yeah,
I don't know. I didn't understand.
Who the fuck is he fucking? I have no idea.
A lot of people, apparently. I don't know.
But
so there you go. Entourage the movie. 1 thumb up, 1 confused thumb up out of 2.
Fair enough.
Siskel and Ebert would be so proud.
They would be.
Yeah. Roper.
Hashtag not my Rupert.
Rupert?
Yeah, it's
Roper?
I think there's a T at the end.
I don't think so.
I'm 50% sure there's a T at the end.
I think it's Roper.
Roper, like a cowboy, like he's roping her.
No, Roper. No T. Nope.
Anyways.
I don't think so.